Well, folks, yesterday, depositions actually began. Donald Trump gave testimony at Trump Tower in New York City regarding one of many civil lawsuits that the former president is now facing. Now, this particular lawsuit is, to be honest, it's one of the smaller ones that really doesn't necessarily implicate Donald Trump here. This is the one alleging that security guards at Trump Tower had roughed up protesters that were outside. Now, Trump and his lawyers maintained that Donald did not have knowledge of any of this. He did not give the direct order. And in order to prove liability, they would have to prove that Trump gave that direct order. And they said Trump wasn't even involved in the hiring of these security guards. Now, of course, the truth will eventually come out in all of this, but the fact is, Donald can no longer escape the mountain of lawsuits that he is currently facing, which includes at least 10 civil lawsuits. 10! And yesterday's deposition was just the first. And again, in that particular case, you have to be able to prove that Trump is the one who gave the order to the guards to physically assault those protesters. If you do not have that piece of evidence, this case is not going to be successful. And we'll find out during discovery process and, of course, the depositions whether or not something like that actually did happen. The next lawsuit coming up where he will be forced to give depositions, according to the judge, by the end of the year, is the Summer Zervos, the former apprentice contestant who is suing Donald Trump for defamation. Trump called her a liar. She sued for defamation. That one is next up. And that could be a big one. I imagine the way this one's going to go is if it looks like Zervos is going to basically be able to prove her claims against Donald Trump and he cannot disprove them, they will probably try to settle before the lawsuit comes to a judgment. You know, just give her the money, make it go away. That way you're not a loser. The big one, though, the very, very big one is the lawsuit, the defamation lawsuit being brought by E. Jean Carroll, the columnist who alleges that Donald Trump sexually assaulted her in a fitting room of a major department store back in the 1990s. And the reason that one is the biggest one is because Carroll says she still has the outfit that contains the DNA of her attacker. So as part of this lawsuit, they are seeking a DNA test of Donald Trump to determine whether or not it's a match. And if it is, she's not lying. And of course, Donald Trump said that she was too ugly for him to assault her. And that is what sparked the defamation suit here. But again, to me, and I've said this for a long, long time, that's the big one. Because what that lawsuit may end up proving is that the former president of the United States raped somebody in the 1990s. I think that's a relatively large deal. And again, I think Trump is going to try to settle that one. He cannot escape these lawsuits anymore, right? They're all moving forward at this point, including a January 6th lawsuit against him, several others as well. And that doesn't even include any of the criminal investigations taking place into Donald Trump and his actions. There's also a major fraud lawsuit against Donald Trump and his kids for basically getting involved in what could be described as, I guess, a pyramid scheme with this ACN video conferencing software, which was totally useless because we have Skype and FaceTime and Zoom now. But anyway, the Carroll lawsuit, again, that's the one that if I were a betting man, I'd put all my chips on that one. Trump will likely try to settle because he doesn't want the truth coming out one way or another. If he knows he didn't do it, he'll probably continue on. But I think, again, with this one, just like the Zervos, they're going to settle before Donald Trump has to go to court, before he has to give a DNA sample, possibly in the Carroll case, before he even does a deposition. And I sincerely hope that E. Jean Carroll does not let that happen. That she does not accept any settlement from Donald Trump, because that case is too important. It's about more than money. It's about proving whether or not this man is the monster that we've all come to believe he is. That's why that one is so important, and that is why I hope that Miss Carroll does not settle that suit. I don't care what numbers they throw at you. This one is too important to not get the facts out.